Welcome to The Explainer. So glad you're joining us today because, wow, we're looking at something absolutely monumental. If you've been working with enterprise tech for a while, you're used to updates meaning what? A few shiny new features? Maybe a minor UI tweak? But the Power Platform June 2026 update? No way. That is something entirely different. We aren't looking at a simple feature drop here. We're talking about a massive evolutionary leap for the enterprise. We are literally witnessing the arrival of the agentic enterprise.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our map for today. First, we'll establish what this agentic evolution really means. Then, we'll explore the rise of self-correcting agents, followed by a shift to proactive governance. After that, we'll look at modernizing enterprise automation, and finally, wrap it up with your new competitive advantage.
All right, Section 1, the Agentic Enterprise Evolution, moving beyond just building apps.
And this brilliantly illustrates our source material today, the dense, insight-packed June 2026 Expert Edition update. I know. It's a ton of information to take in. It's kind of like a giant puzzle right now. But don't sweat it, we're going to break down this complex map into totally clear, digestible, and highly strategic pillars. That way you'll know exactly what matters most for your organization.
So, the core message this month is crystal clear. The platform has officially graduated. It's no longer just about building apps and automations faster. Now it's about enterprise maturity, deep intelligence, and massive scale. Right out of the gate, the biggest signals from this update point to a completely AI-ready business platform. We're looking at closed-loop learning for agents. We've got advanced connector policies completely replacing the old reactive DLP models. There's way better visibility for connectors and automations, real software control through desktop flow versioning, and the rise of Power Apps code apps, which perfectly blend the pro-code and low-code worlds. Let's actually unpack these major shifts.
Moving on to Section 2, Rise of Self-Correcting Agents, Closed-Loop Learning, and Code Apps.
We're finally moving away from static, rules-based apps toward applications that actively learn. They literally optimize themselves based on human interaction. And the absolute core of this evolution is closed-loop learning for agents, running right on the Power Apps MCP server. This brand new capability allows enterprise agents to perform complex tasks and then, get this, automatically learn from human corrections. And the truly incredible part? This happens completely organically. No massive data pipelines to build. You don't need to beg a specialized data science team to retrain your models. It's built right in. So your institutional knowledge just compounds automatically over time.
Let's move to how this builds in practice, because the architecture is just brilliant. It uses a really elegant agent model. Step 1, the worker agent performs the task. Step 2, a supervisor agent evaluates that work. Step 3, a human in the loop steps in to easily correct any errors. And Step 4, this is where the magic happens. That correction becomes structured memory for future runs. So the very next time, the agent automatically applies those specific corrections. It completely slashes repeated errors, making it a total game changer for stuff like data entry, AP, AR processing, onboarding, and classification.
And, well, while we're on the topic of incredibly smart apps, we have to talk about the new PowerCat Release Planner Code app. Published directly by the PowerCat team, this app is built with React and custom connectors, which really just proves that code apps are becoming first-class citizens. Finally, right? It lets you explore Microsoft release plans across Power Platform, Dynamics 365, and Microsoft Copilot all in one single place. With its card, calendar, and timeline views, this has instantly become an absolute must-have tool for architects to track feature statuses ahead of roadmap changes.
All right, Section 3, a shift to proactive governance, securing AI at scale.
Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast between how we used to do things and where we're going right now. The old way was the reactive DLP model, bluntly dumping things into business or non-business buckets, much to the total frustration of developers everywhere. It was honestly a blunt instrument. But the new way? Advanced Connector Policies, or ACP. This actually lets you govern specific actions, not just entire connectors. It uses a default deny control architecture, and you can apply these policies specifically to environment groups.
Let's ground this in why it matters so much. ACP is literally the very first governance model built specifically for AI agents and automation at scale. If you're managing a massive enterprise with, say, 1,000+ environments, this is the governance shift you've been praying for. It drastically reduces the blast radius for risky connectors, and it allows admins to proactively see and control automation before it ever becomes a risk. For regulated industries, this is just a massive win. And going hand in hand with ACP is the highly requested connector visibility in the Power Platform Admin Center. The inventory experience now clearly shows you connectors and their connected operations. You get deep, granular usage visibility across Canvas apps, model-driven apps, cloud flows, and, super importantly, agents. Plus, admins can query all of this via admin APIs, so having full, comprehensive visibility into your entire automation footprint, that means faster compliance checks and a fundamentally tighter, better security posture.
Okay, Section 4. Modernizing enterprise automation, treating RPA like real software.
A hugely anticipated step here is desktop flow versioning, which is now officially generally available. Right out of the box, this feature stores 12 months of version history. It allows for side-by-side version comparison, and incredibly, it enables a one-click version rollback. Look, anyone who's ever accidentally broken a critical desktop flow on a Friday afternoon knows exactly how life-saving that's going to be. Think about the operational impact here. We're talking about significantly safer enterprise RPA, way easier auditing, and vastly improved change management for pro automation teams.
Adding to this modernization is the brand new Run a Power App action inside Power Automate Desktop. This enables true bidirectional automation. You can now seamlessly trigger a modern Power App directly from a local desktop flow. This is a massive deal for hybrid enterprise scenarios where you've got to combine legacy systems with modern UIs. It proves, once again, that desktop automation is being brought fully into the modern software era.
Which brings us to Section 5, your new competitive advantage, strategizing for the AI era.
So, the crucial point is that everything we've covered points to a fundamental, structural shift in how businesses operate. The main takeaway is captured perfectly in these 4 expert insights from our source material. Number 1, we are seeing a massive shift toward agentic apps. These autonomous, self-correcting workflows, they are the unquestionable future. 2, governance absolutely must become proactive. AACP and advanced visibility are non-negotiable at this scale. 3, code apps are now first-class citizens where pro-code seamlessly meets low-code. And 4, desktop automation is rapidly modernizing. We're talking serious software engineering now, not just recorded macros. I actually want to read this powerful quote directly from the source material because it truly hits the nail on the head regarding the entire June 2026 update. Quote, "The next competitive advantage will not just be knowing how to build flows or apps, it will be knowing how to design secure, governed, AI-ready business platforms." I really want to let the magnitude of that paradigm shift sink in for all the architects and admins listening today. It's not just about the apps anymore. It's about architecting the entire intelligent ecosystem.
Which brings us to a final, pretty provocative question to ask yourself and your engineering teams as you look at your roadmap. Are you just building apps, or are you designing an AI-ready platform? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this breakdown helps you grasp the incredible scale of these updates. Keep learning, keep evolving those platforms, and I'll catch you in the next one.